and people out in the faculties providing support to research groups essentially. And then as the computer revolution took off, all of those grew, and very often the different groups were meeting the similar needs but putting different solutions in place. So over the years there's been a gradual convergence. So for instance on the email front there were lots of different email systems around the various groups, and that's been being consolidated. So for instance MBS staff have just finished moving from Lotus Notes onto Exchange, so they're on the same system as the bulk of the rest of the university, and the STARS, which is no longer exists, but the staff in STARS have moved from, they had an Exchange system but it was different from the central one. They moved on, so I think it's probably only computer science or it's a different one. So there's been that sort of convergence going on. Now on the web side it's got to a stage where there are two major systems being used in the background to support the web. Basically Windows based platforms with software like Dreamweaver and Contribute, and there's a content management system running on Unix platform. And so when people produce guidelines for the web, they got to think about whether they're going to work on these two different systems. So the immediate action this year, they've done a couple of upgrades to the content management system to make that get up to the current version, which is a better product. And now there's going to be a move to get all the external facing websites on users onto that, so give up the Windows side. That's just a sort of technical issue. But once that's done, any work which is done on the navigation of the website, the structure of the website, only need to be put in place on the one system, so that should help that. And so there'll be a non-IT project then to look at the website structure and content, so a web quality project. And so this IT work to enable that to start with, and then so yeah, that's been an issue for quite a long time. The web presence was felt to be not up to scratch. And then there are other things that doesn't affect the student side so much, like data storage. For your business systems you need very reliable, always available data storage, and it can be very costly, and that's not so good for a research group when they see that you're charging 10 times more for your storage, and they can go out and buy a server and add on a few terabytes of disk space onto it. So there's been some work now that's looking at providing sort of a tiered storage solution, so people can get a lower cost, essentially maintain research storage.
Jean, did we have to ask about something to do with the 2015?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Do you know? I wonder. You know, this 2015 plan, the agenda to make the rank of the university. I wonder how you see IT being able to contribute such that the information services department being able to contribute. Maybe anything can change, which will allow, give the university the best chance of achieving the 2015 initiative.
Yeah, there's an IS strategy document which sets out basically how IT is going to support.
Is that online, is it?
I think it should be. I actually had a look around. Unfortunately, I'm redoing my filing at the moment. I'm getting rid of some of these cabinets, and I looked for the strategy document. I can't find it.
No problem.
But I'll see if I can.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant if you could do
pick
that.
it out. I mean, so some of it just sounds IT, and maybe it's difficult to relate to the university strategy, but I mean, in terms of effectiveness and efficiency, it was felt that by going to more of a single supply site and just using a whole set of systems and software from Microsoft, that it would reduce IT costs in integrating the various systems, and therefore improve the efficiency of the university's admin system, so things like that. And then there's things like the green part of the agenda. Just IT is a very large user of power.
Sure.
So there's quite substantial cost savings, not just on the student clusters, but on the